Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Herzlich willkommen zum 6. Lauf des Manske Racing Porsche Cups. Nach unserem kurzen Ausflug nach Spanien, Barcelona geht es nun wieder nach Italien, genau genommen nach Imola, wo unsere Fahrer wieder um die Top-Platzierungen kämpfen werden. Ich wünsche den Zuschauern viel Spaß und viel Erfolg an alle Fahrer. Wenn ihr uns unterstützen möchtet, lasst gerne ein Like und ein Abo da.
Welcome everybody to GT Champions. We're here. It's GTC TV bringing you the Luke Manske Porsche Cup, sponsored by Origin Micro, our global sponsor here, and our big shout out to our little group here. I love you guys. You guys are so great. We are at Imola, one of my favorite tracks for round 5, 6, 5. I forget which 6. Round 6. It was right on the screen too, folks. I just don't know how to read. It's clear. I can talk all day, but I can't read. We're at round 6 at Imola. You know, I never really spent much time driving on this track, and I spent probably 500 laps on this track, and I love this course almost as much as Sonoma, but we won't talk about Sonoma right now. We're going to talk about Imola. What a great racing course. We've got some really good braking areas with lots of places for overtakes, long stretches to get that car up to speed. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a really good lap set by Larry. I can't ever say his name, so I'm not Tenvorde. Okay. In this car, just this year, a 143.406, and I'm looking at the fastest lap right now is a 144 flat. So our boys are not that far from the real guys that can get the work done out on track. It's a good track. 19 corners officially. Really, there's only like 18 corners because some of these are just bends in the road. But it is turn 19 and turn 1 are just kind of your race to and from the start finish line, just kind of a bend in the corner. But coming out of turn 18 is just gonna be it's a great run all the way down to Tamburello, which is your turns 2, 3, and 4. A lot of fun. It's not a chicane like Alta is on turn 14 and 15, and it's not like Monza, but this one, you're coming really fast at this left-hander. There's room for 2, but not a ton. So hopefully the drivers are, going to give it a little bit of patience as they head there. So yeah, it's a fun track, and it's a beautiful sunny day. There's no rain, folks. So everybody's here. We've got 15 drivers on the course today. I think the time change in the US has made it a little bit more difficult on some of our European drivers to make it to the race. Hopefully by the end of the month that'll sort itself out and they'll be back when their times change. Some places don't change at all. Am I right, Pix? I think you guys don't change time down there. And mhm. It is weird. You know what we should do? Just abolish that thing across the planet. All I think that's like World War II era stuff that when that all came to light. But anyway, but enough about that. It's Imola. It's beautiful. It's sunny. I don't know what the track temperatures look like. We'll get to that shortly, but it's going to be a fun track. All right, folks. So, of course, you've got the Porsche Cup GT3 car, not the R, but this is the Cup car. No ABS, no traction control. Um, this is the driver's car. If you're a heavy-footed braker or throttle guy, this is not the car for you. You have to treat this car with a little finesse. And Pix and I were talking about this before the broadcast. That maybe that's why we've seen the numbers go from, or we think we started with like almost 50 cars in the first round, and we're down to, the people that are hanging out. So anyway, so here's our crew. I see Fry's new. That looks awesome.
Isn't he
I think
handsome?
he is so handsome. The ears, right? I think that means he's a good listener.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and I mean, you hear his voice and you would never think, oh, he does look like that? Wow.
Yeah. And I look like that. I think my cheeks are a little chubbier, but I get it. I get
And,
it.
and and I don't look like that now either. Now I have no hair, but I'll update my avatar too.
There you go. Well, let's see. I wonder if Till looks any different. Till, do you have a new shape of glasses? Do you have a goatee now or anything? Or
No,
no?
all the same.
Anyway, that's us. We'll be taking care of you folks today. Me, Till, and Pix will be handling it. Jason, or we call him Fry, he's gonna be out for a little while he sorts out a few things. You could have heard him last night though in one of our other broadcasts and other events that we do. So he's still around. He's got a few things to take care of. Eitan, just basking in the sun up in Canada somewhere. And do they have sun up there yet? I don't
I
know if
think
it's
they
up
do
there
now,
yet.
yeah.
Okay, I think they do. Yeah, it's glistening off all the snow and ice. But Eton's up there. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right. So what's the track looking like temperature-wise? Oh, forget about that. We're going to talk about Luke. I can't believe I didn't even forgot about this part. Luke Manske Racing and Performance. They are a motorsports and simulation expert. Oh, folks, it feels like it's been a year since I've been behind this microphone. I don't know why. Luke Manske is the series sponsor for this event. And you can see right there, crafted stuff for both sim and real world racing. So just check them out, lukemanskeracing.com, and you can find out more about them. Meanwhile, it looks like the drivers are heading to the grid, and we've got ourselves some. You want to take care of this part, Pix, and I'll head over and talk to the drivers a little bit, just to give them a little driver briefing. Sound good?
All right, so we have two Austin Cups in the front row. One of them from Adrenaline Motorsports, the other one from Mid South. But this is amazing to have two people with the same name in the front row. This is going to be an interesting start. Then we have Tim Connolly, Jonathan Schwartz, David Griffin, Anthony Lamer, Andre Duna, and Jordan Navarro. Then it's Jamie Fleming, our only AM driver, so he may be really close to securing the AM championship. Michael Piccinini, Stephen Woolliscroft, Wyatt Roberts, Nick De La Rosa, Rafael Rodriguez, and Trina Korn Wasupataraporn. So welcome to all of our drivers and welcome to all of you that are watching. Shout out to the people who are uh, in the chat. Shout out to the maestro, who I think is on track now. Um, Jordan, who is on track now. So good luck, guys.
It took a while to get there, but now I just love this track. Hey, just keep in mind our first turns 2 and 3 there in Tamburello. It's got room for both of you. Go through there side by side.
We're very ready to go as the cars will start the final turns and get ready for us to go green.
So be careful there on the first of your lap. Congratulations on making it this far, and to the two Austin on the front row. Um, don't be mad at us later when we're calling you the wrong Austin for some reason. It's gonna be good. All right, I'll bring that up to broadcast. All right, I'm back, fellas.
Hello.
Somebody in the driver meeting said we need to call this the Corn on the Cob Fest. So I guess that's what we'll call this. We'll call this the Corns on the Cobs. So hopefully they remember to wait for the green light. We don't want anybody getting the jump here. So the two Cobs up front. Everybody looks buttered, especially Raphael back there. It's the closest one to looking like butter in his yellow car. And we're just waiting on these green lights. Come on. Oh, that's taking forever.
Green,
Oh, there we go. And off they go. Everyone's racing. Jamie Fleming, he's already leading the AM class right from the get-go. But here we go into turn 1 or 2 and 3. Hold it together, everybody. Keep it together. Hey, did someone start from the pits? Jamie Fleming is way back there. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. All right, so Austin Cobb makes his way out for no! Right away, Tim Connolly caught it. That's not what he needed in this championship, was to get stuck there. We'll come back and take a look at that in a minute. Meanwhile, Austin is leading Austin up at the front of the pack with Jonathan Schwartz right behind him. I have a feeling we're going to see these three cars together all day. Here's another set of guys here. This is Steven Woolscraft, and he's got Wyatt and Raphael for company. Raphael just up there in the yellow car. Side by side, fun turns. Ooh, this is a hard part of the track, getting that one just right. He gets a little bit of, good save, Steven. That was close. All right, Austin Cobb with Luke Manske on his way up. This is the Austin Cobb. There's an Austin Cobb 3. I don't remember which one is which, but these guys are gonna. Pix is gonna let us know. There we go. And look how Jonathan Schwartz is just hanging back there. Remember the first time Jonathan Schwartz came and raced with the group, and he was just smashing it. Like nobody could keep up. Now he's got real competition, and he has really got to put that car in order to get it working. Meanwhile, I wonder how we're going to get back to that Tim Connolly incident, right? At some point. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Waters to settle. That's smart. I like the sound of that. So both Austin Cobb and Austin Cobb are both from the United States, which is funny. Oh, that was just a little tap, just the slightest of taps. Yep. This one's a tough corner to get through. Oh, no. Oh, he was trying to go inside. He was trying to go inside. Oh, man. Tim's got to be fuming. He's got to be fuming in there, man. Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating. Okay, so I figured it out. Austin Cobb 3 is the Adrenaline Motorsports guy. So if we see the Adrenaline Motorsports, that's Austin Cobb 3. Just in case anybody wanted to know. Hey, Maestro Sim Racing. Good to see you. Oh, another one. No. That's Jamie, isn't it? No, that's Nick. That's Nick LaRosa. Well, it's definitely stretched out now. The top 3 are gone. They are in a class all on their own. Tim Conley fighting all the way back in 11th after that unfortunate contact. And I think they were in turns 5 and 6. Villanueva is where they were, which is this corner right here. Oh, no, that's turn 1. Or 2 and 3, rather. Okay, Jonathan's putting a little pressure on one of the Cobbs. I think Jonathan changes teams about as much as I change my underwear. Because every time I see him, he's got a different team name. Yeah, oh, this is fun here. Okay, this right-hander, you have to be so careful. A little bit of braking, and then you got to brake early enough to get this turn. But if you hit those curbs, oh, it sets that car all up wrong. Oh, this track is so much fun, Pix. I love this track. It's awesome. It's got elevation changes, chicanes all day long. Oh, that's a little wide. So that's Austin Cobb 3 right there in front of Jonathan. Jonathan's like, do I go around him? I'm just going to stay right here, brake a little earlier so I don't run into him. This double left-hander, you got to get out here wide, and you can roll over this curb. There he goes. Get that acceleration down. So now just get up there and kind of push him, and maybe you can catch up to... See, folks, this is what it looks like when you're racing in a race car. You can't see jack. Oh, he's making the move. He's going to go for the inside. Now, all that Austin has to do is keep the outside so he can have the inside for the next one. No. Pass made, completed. Next stop, P1. Oh, yeah. Is that who that is? Oh, is he not racing? Oh, yeah. Matthew White. Where? Oh. You know what he did? He sent me a message that he wasn't going to be able to make it this race. I remember that now. He did tell me. See, some of the drivers communicate and let me know what's going on. And I think we just have to see how the rest of the season shakes out. There's Jamie Fleming, which I believe has 0 competitors on the track, which is no fun. I mean, he can race the other guys, but he all he has to do is finish the race and he still gets first place points. So he's pretty much locked up the championship. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to get enough points in the next few rounds to beat him, but we'll see how that goes. Uh-oh. It's a replay. Oh, okay. my Pro-Am. Oh, okay. This is an overtake for the Pro-Am lead. There we go. Andre Duna, who will be in the Pro Series or the Pro class after the season is over. Already spoken to him about it. He already knows, and he's excited. Actually, he wants to race against the big guys. I mean, he's been racing against them, right? He's been battling them all season long. Now he'll at least get to battle them with the points, not just on the track. Anthony Lamar. I don't know how he says it. You know what? Anthony just needs to get on the podium so we can talk to him. That's all he needs to do. Problem solved. Let's see. So we have 4 pro drivers on the track. 5, 6. Who's the 5th one? Oh no. Yeah, well, that's so. Oh wait, yes, you're right. the other Austin Cobb's not showing up as a pro on my stuff. So yeah, we got five pros. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pro-ams. Oh, here we go. What happened? Oh, just the slightest touch. Oof. Save it from the wall. Man, last night's race, I found the same wall, folks, 3 times in the exact same corner, the exact same wall. My race was ruined in the first lap because my screen froze, and I can hear the car going and then sliding, and then my screen comes back, and there's a wall 6 feet from me, and bam, right into it. 3 times in the exact same corner. That was frustrating. It happens, you know. It's sim racing. Sometimes just stuff happens. You know all those memes you see, pics where people say, I'm not going to tell anybody if I win the lottery and become a millionaire, but there will be signs, right? My signs will be, you'll find me in a car like this on a track like this, driving around with all of my friends.
But not this car.
No, gosh, no. I well, you know what? I could probably drive this car because I wouldn't be pushing the limits of it like, you know, you do in real racing. I would be, you know, going a lot slower, right? It's a little different going from sim to real because you don't have the G-forces.
Yeah,
And,
well,
yeah.
and this car has a fantastic real life series. The real life Porsche Supercup is so good, so good. So
Yeah.
in real
And they
life,
have
this
the-
car would be a good choice. In sim racing, not for me.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. Driving the car, it handles the same in the corners, to me. But I'm not a pro driver that's racing the car on the bleeding edge every single corner of every lap, right? I'm a little safer because I'm just not that level of racer yet. But this car and the R, they feel the same. Where they don't feel the same is in braking. And when you're braking, it's a whole different ball game because you don't have ABS to kind of help you out if you're a little heavy-footed. And the traction control is not a big deal because these cars are pretty well planted anyway, since you got all that weight on the rear tires, right, from the engine. But when it's wet, it's a different story, that's for sure. These guys found that out. Where was the last race a wet race? I think it was, right? Barcelona. Yeah. Oof. Barcelona was fun. Oh, here we go. Another move. That is Tim Connolly just trying to climb back up the order. He's moved back up into 8th place on the track. That is 4th place in his class. He's got to get all the way up to... Well, yeah, he's got to get all the way up and pass Austin or Jonathan to get onto the podium. So he's probably going to be okay with just... Well, he's not okay with just, but he's going to have 4th place points. So he's working his way back up. He's got 4 more AM drivers ahead of him on the track. Or, sorry, Pro-Am drivers. Hey, David Griffin. There he is. Running 5th on the track right now. 2nd place in the Pro-Ams. Andre Duna, who's up there a little ways ahead of him. Probably about 3 or 4 seconds. That's a lot to try to get over, but David Griffin with the real racing seat and everything. You know what, Pix, until you want to hear something funny, I looked up getting a racing seat, and you can get them pretty cheaply, right? Unless you're a larger individual like myself, and then they don't sell as many of those, and so they're really expensive. And so I'm gonna continue using my Toyota Sienna minivan seat that I have that I sit on. It's pretty comfortable, you know. I don't need a real racing seat. It's not like I'm in a motion rig where I'm gonna fall out or anything.
And you build it yourself, right? Your seat.
I mean, I didn't build the seat.
No.
But I built everything that it's mounted. Yeah, I built a wooden platform to put the stand on and everything.
That's nice.
I want to redo it because I want to get a direct drive wheel. Because right now I just have the Fanatec CSL Elite, and I believe it's belt driven. It's still way better than my Thrustmaster was, but I want to get, you know, something a little bit more. In goes Tim. Gonna take another spot. He's got to climb, climb, climb. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so everyone watching,
Okay.
look out for your wooden seat on gtchampions.com/store. Made by Chris Ball.
Yes, I'll sell you the plans for $4.99. The one thing I didn't have, and I didn't spend the money on, is the seat. If you look at you can pull the little lever and slide your seat back and forward in a car, right? And a lot of seats, they have the rails that are built into. This is fun to talk about while we're watching race cars. They have the rails that you can mount to the platform and put the seat on, slide it back and forth, easy peasy. In minivans, those rails are like 6 feet long because they're, whoa, wow, Jordan, what happened to Jordan? Did he just get on the throttle too hard? I think so. Oh, oof, you got dirty tires, man. Ease up. Let's see. I don't think he had any help. He was all by himself. Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, he's gonna hate himself for that one. I'll have to call him later and just console him. We can woe is me over our 2 races. Michael Piccinini out there running in 7th. Oh yeah, I guess he's 3rd. Michael Piccinini running 3rd in his class right now. That is a pro guy of Tim Connolly right there in front of him. Who's that back there behind him? Oh, that's Trinicorn. Okay. So interesting. Obviously, most people have heard about the earthquake out in near Bangkok, right? Thailand. It's not Bangkok. It's not Midway. It's the Burma. Thank you. There's another name for that they were calling it as well out there, but one of our community members had to walk 15 miles to get home because the buses weren't running. My wife shared with me a story that someone shared on her Facebook group that she belongs to. Their kid had to walk for 3 hours. It's not a big deal, 3 hours, but still it's 3 hours, all the way through Bangkok to get home because none of the buses were running. So it just apparently this just made a way worse scenario even worse by not being able to get people from point A to point B. And yeah, something just happened. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say it looks like something just happened to Nick De La Rosa from the flag that I saw, but I think it was just off track. Well, spaced out, but P2 and 3 are still nice and tidy up there. John Schwartz and Austin Cobb. There is still plenty to be had as far as racing goes between these two. And honestly, the race leader is not far enough ahead to be comfortable. One wrong move, and these guys are there to catch right back up to him. Ooh, that bump coming out of that corner. Maybe we could do a lap around with Austin, the race leader, in his car, or maybe Austin, the 3rd place, where he's chasing down the 2nd place. We can watch them do a lap together, because it is crazy the amount of stuff you cannot see when you're following another car around the track, people. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is Austin Cobb. This is the Austin Cobb 3. He's the OG Austin Cobb. that's been around a while. Austin Cobb, the new one, is up front leading the ranks. Showed up a couple of races ago. This corner coming up, the left hand. You can get on these curbs, but you don't want to get out in that sand. Wow, see, he's really out there. Here comes the hairpin. This is Tosa? I don't know how they say it. Tosa, turn 7. And race it up the hill. Now, they're going to come around this little bit of a bend, which is turn 8. Turn 9, which is Piratella. This one, you got to lift a little bit, even brake a little bit, just to rotate the car. Roll it out there. There we go. Down into 11, 12, and 13. Minerali, I think it's called. And right there on the curbs. You got to use all of it. And here, this is Variante Alta. And this one, you got to get just right. Don't want to get too much curbing because your car does that. Whoa! Okay, I take it back. The pros do that with the curbs. I guess they figure it's better tire wear, right? The less time your tires are on the track, they can cool down. Then here's turn 17 and 18, Rivazza. And it's just a double left-hander to come out of here and then across the start-finish line just as it bends here. And there you see the flag stand up there on the right. And that's going to be your start-finish line. Actually, the start-finish line is further back. It depends on which course you're going to do. But yeah, loads of fun. And there's actually, they do MotoGP on this course too, don't they, Pix? I'm pretty sure they do. And I think there's an additional chicane right after the start-finish line. Before we normally see it, like a hard chicane. Like a Monza-style chicane that's on the track. There is one version of it. We only have this version. Thank goodness, because that would be insane. I'm looking at track. I look at track maps of the tracks just to see kind of what other events race on them, and I looked at that and I was like, ooh, yuck. That would be really hard. But driving a motorcycle, that's easy. Those guys don't have any talent. That's just, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Those guys are, I don't know where they get the balls to do that, right? That is some crazy stuff they go through. Sorry, you were going to say something. I think he fell asleep. I mean, it's pretty late in the evening out there. He's keeping an eye on us, getting our highlight reel stuff.
Till what time is it over there?
Probably like
5 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, so you already have lunch.
Yeah.
What did you have for lunch?
Fish.
Nice.
Fish, nice.
Fish and fries, maybe some fries.
With something like with cheese and spinach.
Oh,
I don't
salad.
know.
Oh,
That's
spinach.
too healthy for me, you know.
I don't ever get to have fish in my house. My wife hates seafood and the smell of it.
Okay.
So the only time I get fish is when we go out to restaurants. I get fish and chips. I don't. Do you know what that is, Till, out there? Fish and chips.
Yeah.
The fried fish with the French fries.
Isn't it more a British thing?
Yeah. They call it fish and chips. I call it fish and chips, even though it's really fish and fries, because chips are something different. But for them, it's weird. It's weird. In America, we can't do all the same things they do there. We fought a war so that we didn't have to. We decided to drive on the other side of the road too. We were trying. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't involved in any of that. I was not involved in any of those decisions. There is a really, really funny comedian named is it Stephen Bergazzi? I forget his name. He's been on Saturday Night Live, but he does this whole skit with the Saturday Night Live cast about when they like he was General Washington, and they talked about what they were going to do differently now that they're not part of England anymore. And it's just hilarious. But we're gonna have 2 ways to spell the word Jeff: the right way and the stupid way. just different things like that. We're gonna call things a dozen when there's 12. What is it? No, there's no other words for any other numbers. just a whole bunch of like why we do the dumb things that we do over here. It's so good. So you got to go look up the Bergazzi guy and watch him. He's hilarious. And he's clean. He doesn't use any foul language or anything like raunchy. He's just really, the delivery is awesome. Speaking of delivery, David Griffin has got Michael Piccinini on his bumper for that second place. Remember Barcelona, David Griffin was kind of having a charge all the way back after spinning himself on the track, right? And he had to march his way all the way back up. And on the last lap, he found himself battling with his two teammates. I want to say it was Jordan Navarro and Patrick Rich. I think that was the two that there. And they came together in the Barcelona curve. And it's like the Moses parting the high pre cars. And David Griffin just slipped right through there and grabbed two spots after their little after their shenanigans and got him a few more places during the race. Now he's battling with Michael Piccinini. Now I don't know if he just overtook Michael or if Michael is catching up to him or if they've been like this. I didn't pay attention to see where they were. Yeah, I was gonna say David was in the second place for a while. Michael Piccinini's come a long way. No! No! I had that exact thing happen to me on this course once before in an open wheel race, and Michael's got to be mad. I purposely have the driver radio muted so I don't hear anything going on with the drivers. I don't want to be involved. Michael Piccinini's gone to the pits? Yeah. I don't think he had any damage. Maybe he's just thinking there's 25 minutes. We haven't even gotten to halfway to race. So maybe he's just going to throw on some new tires, get his fuel since he's already behind, and try to make it up on the track. Yeah, Michael Piccinini's talking to him too. So they're both talking. Ooh. Okay, I want to listen. I'm gonna go listen.
Hit anyway, screwed up the start. I didn't have full gas, no worries.
Okay, so he says it was kind of a apologetic, friendly thing, and Michael's like, I screwed up the start anyway, I might as well pit. So okay, well there you go. Somehow we got to find a way to get race radio in here sometimes when it's safe, like some way to record the race radio and then play it back. Kind of like how Formula One does it, right? Like come up with our own little bloop sound and then play it back. We need a whole production staff to do something like that.
Next season.
Till could be our race radio guy. You know what? I'll talk to you about that, Till. And I'll find an app you can use to record the bits, and then you can just pop them up there and interrupt us. And go, bloop.
Would be funny.
We have to come up with a good sound though. It can't be, we can't do stuff like, copyrighted sounds, obviously. Hey, Jamie Fleming, 12th on the track, first in his class, and second and third and fourth and fifth. He is all of his class. I feel sad. Jamie Fleming, it doesn't have anybody in his class to race against. Not fair. Not fair at all. I don't know where the rest of these AM drivers went. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I think it's the same thing that we run into in pretty much any sim racing tournament series picks, and we're affected no differently than others. Is sometimes drivers just disappear because they see that they can't win a championship, so they just say, well, screw it, I'm going to go find some other place.
Yeah,
And,
it happens in every league. Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't happen in real racing because, you know, they have contracts, right?
Well,
They're contracted
not,
to
not
race, but
yeah, not everything is professional racing. There's
Mhm.
also semi-professional racing and amateur racing, and it does happen. If you don't have the budget to go to a race that doesn't matter to you, you don't go. So
Yep.
yeah, it happens.
You know, it's interesting. The first weekend in May, I'm going to be flying out of Washington here down to San Diego, California. I'm going to be meeting up with my brother, who had for the first several years of GT Champions and before GT Champions was a sponsor of our sim racing groups. It's called Detailing Group. They do steel detailing and things like that. It's not car detailing like you might think. But before I go any
It's
further,
house
look at
detailing.
it's steel detailing, like measuring out and providing all the drawings for steel fabricators to make the parts for metal buildings and railings and stairways. But anyway, I'm yeah. Oh, hey. Okay. Okay. They also do 3D scanning. They go out and they scan buildings and equipment and stuff, and just like the same technology they use to scan a racetrack, they go out and they do 3D laser scanning of buildings and places where people are going to be adding stuff, and then they'll scan the whole building in so they have all the dots and all the little pinpoints, and then they can build the piece of whatever they need to fabricate to fit into that space, which is kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, I've been noticing. I've been watching. I'm like, Jonathan's getting a lot closer to Austin. He's been gaining on him about. He's doing about just about a tenth a second a lap faster. In fact, he just set the fastest lap, a 1:44.49 in his last lap, and that last lap for Austin was a 1:44.6. So he gained about a tenth and a half on him in that last lap. We'll see this battle showing up here in a minute. But anyway, I'm flying out to San Diego with my brother to see my brother Dave, and then we're gonna get in his '66 Pontiac Le Mans, and we're gonna drive all the way up to Monterey, Salinas, to Laguna Seca, and we're gonna be doing. He's in the Optima Search for the Ultimate Streetcar series. He never wins anything, but he spends the money and goes to these things because it's just fun, and we're gonna go together. And spend the weekend up there at Laguna Seca the first week of May. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to do a remote broadcast from there, which would be a load of fun. Although we don't really have a race scheduled for that weekend, I don't believe. So, but either way, maybe I'll do like a live thing or something from there. That'd be a lot of fun. He is there. He is putting the pressure on. So I wonder if Jonathan has just been kind of holding back, or he was just stuck behind Austin and he needed to get around him to find the pace, because he's already put 3.5 seconds to the other Austin. Right, so these two are definitely up there. Get that wheel turn. Ooh, look at these two. We have. It looks like I can see 3 drivers that have no off tracks: David Griffin, Rafael Rodriguez, and Jamie Fleming. And Rafael Rodriguez, he does that a lot. Have you noticed that? I have given him the clean race bonus in our previous series events plenty of times. And now that his internet is working better, he's a lot more stable on the track, since he's switched it out. I love this track. I'm so jealous of these guys getting to race on it. Now, I raced on it in the Friday night series that we do broadcasts for the, what's it called? Is it the European, Sprint Series, European Challenge, or whatever one. I can't remember. It's the Envy Sim Sports that we do their broadcasts for them on Friday nights. And this particular season, Hicks and Fry convinced me that I should race in it, and it's been fun. I am definitely humbled by the experience, because some of these guys, I was battling it out with Joseph Kronk last night over and over again. It was awesome. And mostly because I had a broken car. I hit the wall once and I had the whole front end was all smashed in. I haven't even watched the race back yet. I got to go back and see what the car looked like. But I could not even get in. I couldn't even get to sixth gear in the car. Like, it was getting so much drag from the smashed up front end that I couldn't gain any time. So I had fun fighting at the back and being a back marker. But I don't mind. I just like to race, right? Just like Joseph Kronk, he doesn't give up. He races. I thought about it. After the second time my stuff glitched, I was like, oh man, if this happens again. And then it happened again. I almost got up out of my seat. I was like, while I was towing, and I was like, nope. If Joseph stays out, I stay out. That's how it works. So he was my inspiration. So that's Stephen Woolliscroft, right? That's back there. And he is fighting for that position with Rafael Rodriguez. Rafael's not a bad racer, huh? He's pretty good. He doesn't usually fight up at the front of his class. He's a solid mid-pack racer. And now, like I said, with his internet being much better, he's a lot easier for the drivers to drive around. And he runs that Senna-style livery on every car he owns. Was Senna, he was Brazilian? Yeah, that's what I thought. I just watched that series about him on Netflix a couple months ago.
Okay, is it good?
Yeah, it was really good. And I recognized the guy that plays this character, and I swear I saw him in another documentary about what's the guy's name that caught on fire way back in the day? And he raced for Ferrari.
Niki Lauda?
I guess.
Niki Lauda. Yeah. There was one with Niki Lauda in it, and I swear that I saw the guy that played Niki Lauda in the Senna documentary movie, or maybe it was the other way around, or they just found two guys that happen to look very similar, right? But yeah, it was good. They added a lot of the personal stuff in there, right? Rather than just, it's not just purely stuff about the racetrack, but arguments with his dad, his mom, his girlfriend, just other different things. So now Joseph's caught up there. He's just going to hang out. And here, Steven is going to try to find a way to get himself into that 4th place Pro-Am spot. No, that would be the 5th place Pro-Am spot. Andres just said, see you later. He's still ahead of Tim Connolly. Tim Connolly's passed everybody now. And he's got to make up one more place if he can catch Andre Duna, but he's 14 seconds behind him. Unless something happens to Andre, I don't know how he's going to catch him. He's only doing like 0.2 a lap faster, roughly, than Andre Duna. So he'll have to make his way up there, but he'll be in 4th.
1.7 seconds away. He's really close to him.
Oh, he is? Tim Connolly's near Andre?
1.7 seconds.
Oh, I'm reading my timer wrong. Oh, I don't know. Stay on the outside, Jonathan. Nope, not going to do it this time. Austin saw that one coming. Here we go. I think this one's about... Oh, wow. Into the chicane. Woo. Alta gave them a run for their money. But look, he's going to be right behind him coming out of Rivazza. If he can get a good run on him, he can try to get the overtake done by turn 1. He's just about the right distance back to get a run if he can go. Oh, not doing that, though. He's going to have some slipstream, but I think he's a little too far back to make that one work. He's going to have to find a little bit more time this lap. Get up a little closer. There you go. That's close. Uh-oh. Who was that we just saw? Was that someone that went off track that you went to?
Yeah, I had a marker for Nick, but it seems
Oh,
like
okay.
it was just an off track.
Ooh, so I wonder if yeah, Tim Collins is going to want to get around Andre Duna just for his own sanity, if that's even the right way of looking at it. But
Yeah, he's catching up at the moment.
yep. Yeah, that's right. He's gained about a tenth and a half in the last lap. And he's only a second and a half behind it. But meanwhile, the battle up front, man, these guys are putting on a show, these two. And ooh, I just saw a back marker that is in their way. That's P13. That's Michael Piccinini that's up there ahead of him. They're gonna find him. Oh, there's somebody else there with him too. Is that Nick De La Rosa with him? Yeah, it is. So those two are gonna find these leaders on top of them, probably in the probably by the end of this, not the end of this lap, but the next lap, because they're very close. These guys are a lot faster. They're doing 145s, and those guys are doing 147s and a 152 their last laps. So they're going to catch up to these guys pretty quick. They're going to hear that spotter saying, "Hey, the leaders are catching up to you. They're not that far." I heard that all night last night. Man, I have never driven with a blue flag waving in my face for so many laps before. That was crazy last night. Okay, there's one of them. He's like, "I'm out of there. Yeah, I'm getting out of your way." Now, if Jonathan Schwartz or if one of the two leaders was a team driver to one of the back markers, then the back markers can become very useful. Right? Speaking of team drivers, what the heck is going on with Red Bull at Formula One? Man, they cannot decide. They can't decide who to put in a car, man. It's like, good gravy. They've gone through how many of these guys that have become, they're like, "Nah, you're not fast enough to be a team driver with Max." And then they go to other teams and they're really successful. Now they just get rid of Liam.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
thought
think they should have made the Yuki move from the start of the.
I thought the same
seasons.
thing.
Yeah.
I thought Yuki Tsunoda's not bad driver. Yeah, his first couple seasons, yeah, he had to get figuring out. But I think with the right car, he could be pretty quick. He was pretty fast in the Racing Bull car, so we'll see. I wonder if they can give him a decent car. I think Max, who's the guy that does all of the Netflix, when they do the Netflix Drive to Survive. Oh, Tim again.
Man, you were having a heck of a comeback.
Wait a minute. That's one of those VRS guys. They did the same thing last time. They got sideways. Oh, he's trying to hold it. Oh, he didn't have anywhere to go. He's just trying to hold the car together. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. I feel bad. This series has been tough for him.
Yeah, I think Stephen Saunders inherited his luck or bad luck to.
He passed it on
to Tim.
Oh my gosh, that's true. Jonathan, outside. You got to stay there, buddy. You got to be able to stay to the outside of him so you can have the inside. But the inside line is the favored line going into that section because you have a left, a right, and then another left. So if you stay on the inside, you may not have the lead to the right-hander, but you'll have it again at the left-handers. So The inside is definitely where you want to be battling if you got someone trying to overtake you in Tamburello. So, Fry says in the chat, I made it home finally. Restart the race. And he says, Schwartz is in a Cobb sandwich. Yes, yes, he is. A corn on the Cobb sandwich. Anyway, who's the guy that does the Drive to Survive? He used to be a racer a long time ago, but I can't think of his name all of a sudden. But he's the guy that they're always interviewing.
I haven't watched the series for a couple of seasons now.
Oh, he did a video yesterday. I saw it. He's talking about it's like every time Red Bull's been putting everybody in that second place car, and nobody can keep up with Max, and so they keep just cycling through all of these guys, you know, and sending them off to other teams. And you know, wasn't Pierre Gasly a Red Bull driver?
Uh-huh.
I think he was, right? He's doing really well over there in oh, hold on a second. I gotta shut up here. This is a move. Can he do it now? Is he just testing the waters? There he goes. Now keep that. Right, but well, it's not over yet. Oh, he gets it done. I was gonna say if Austin could keep that left-hand side, it would have been great. Oh, this is not over. We still have 15 and a half minutes of this to watch. Woo! And these guys have not pit for fuel or tires, and they probably won't. Oh, that crossover! Oh, let's go! All right. Okay. This is oh my gosh! You know, this is giving me flashbacks of the Gran Turismo Gran Turismo Porsche like little 1v1 event I was doing with Cupcake. Do you remember Cupcake? And he and I were both in the Porsche at Nürburgring on the GP course, and it was like these little 3-lap races, but just 1v1s, and we were just all over each other for like these 2 laps back and forth. We were trading positions. It was so much fun, and this is reminding me of that. I have to go back and watch that again. That was good times. I don't think that was on this YouTube channel. I think it was on our old one. Oh, now Jonathan just needs to put some distance. He's got the pace. It's because he's running my number. It's all this is because his luck of running my number. Last night I was listening. I just saw them driving across all the green paint, and oh, look at that defensive. He's got to hold it there. Oh, here we go. No, Jonathan's got to hold that inside there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these guys are sweating bullets right now. You know they are. Oh my goodness. Look how they modeled in the shadow for the rear wing on the track too. It looks like it's just a line behind the car, like an AI overlay, like a position marker. Guys, we're so lucky to live in an age like this where we get to do sim racing. This is not like pole position back in the 80s. This is proper racing.
Which was awesome.
It was awesome, but you didn't get to be in the car. This is a whole different level. I can't believe that we have this kind of capacity. This is not real race cars, but if you didn't have all the graphics on here and you were just watching it, I bet most people wouldn't be able to tell. Most average people wouldn't be able to tell if this was a simulated race or a real one.
But you know what makes this even cooler? That real drivers race in this sim. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you watch the IndyCar series, the TV series they launched a couple of seasons ago?
Oh yeah, I did watch one of those.
Yeah, it's really cool, and they show them racing in iRacing.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I know that plenty of the Formula One drivers race in the sim too. Okay, here we go again. Nope, not this time. Guys, the last lap between these two is going to be insane. Unless one of them has just burned up their tires and won't have anything left at the end. Oh, I feel so bad for Tim Connolly. He's all the way back in 13th. He was fighting for that 4th place position on the track. And then, wait a minute, did he pit? Oh, he spun the car around a few times.
He
so maybe
reset.
his tires.
You set into the pit box. Doesn't look like really much damage, but maybe.
Dang. Michael Piccanini's, Tim Connolly, and Nick Del Rosa way off the pack from everyone else. Most everybody else is still on the lead lap. I think Jamie Fleming is still on the lead lap, the pro-am or the am leader. I don't think they've caught him yet. Our pro-am or am? This is our pro-am leader. Yeah. Andre Duna, soon to be pro driver next season around. He's super quick in the open wheel cars, and he's been super quick in these cars. That's Tim Connolly right behind him, but I don't think they're on the same lap together. So this is where Tim Connolly was about before something happened. I don't know what he went around or some. Oh, did Andre spin in front of him, or another one of the VPS guys went side? That's right, they went sideways, and they caught the back end of him. They probably gave him rear wheel damage. That's probably why he towed. I forgot about that contact. Speaking of contact, are these two the same car? It's hard to tell. They're so close to each other. Oh, look at this. Whew. These guys are not messing around. Jonathan Schwartz needs a win, man. He's been struggling with the with the results so far. I mean, he's leading the championship, right? Tim Connolly was second, but Austin Cobb, this guy, he's currently running 5th. You know, so he's getting some good points. He'll probably pass Toby Stoll and move up to 4th. Maybe even Anthony Lamar. I don't know how to say his name. Did you really? That's awesome. Oh, I love this job. We have such a good job. We really do, right?
We do.
Yep. Well, these guys are really they're showing us how easy it looks. You know what I mean? That's the hard part is watching them make it look so easy, and it is just not easy at all. It's so much work. These guys, I say this all the time. That's exactly my racing line. How are they faster than me? Right? It happens all the time. And these two, they've been together for the whole of the race too, for the most part. Rodriguez and Woolscraft. Thanks. There's a little shout out for the folks that have donated to our cause, so to speak. We see Hannah and Lee, Todd, David Bronca, Steven, Morgan, myself, Mikkel, Till, and Blaine Gibson. It truly does take a village, so thanks to all of you who support our community and the racing we like to put on. And of course, our sponsors who, Without them, this would be a lot harder for us to do, folks. Let me just say that. Our executive producer is okay. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. We love him. He sits back. He sits back and he makes sure that we have what we need when we need it, so that we can all be successful and keep these events free for the drivers, which is nice. We have our global sponsor Origin Micro, who helps us out all the time. That overtake was done. I guess I missed that one for some reason. And then we've got Luke Manske, who's sponsoring this series. We have another sponsor, which we will be mentioning this week in our socials and whatnot. I'm not going to say who it is now, but it will be tied to a new series in Gran Turismo that we're going to be releasing, hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday this week. We'll be announcing that. Raphael coming back at him. Ooh, a little tap. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Holding him off, Steven. Oh, no, they both go around. Do they both get back on track? Oh, this is going to... No. Is that Jordan right there? Did he just grab a spot? He did. Jordan just got a spot. Somebody else is about to get a spot. Oh, this is getting busy now, folks. With only 6 minutes left in the race. All these people duking out. There's Jamie Fleming, the AM leader, duking it out with all of them as well. Woo. Jordan Navarro, who thought, I'm going to be stuck back here in 9th place forever, suddenly finds himself looking for a 7th place spot. They're a long ways back from P6, but for the last 5.5 minutes of the race, he can fight for a little bit of extra. So I think there was a slight tap earlier. And then here is, I don't think either one of them thought that either one of them was going to turn when they did. I think Steven was, I think Steven was thinking, I'd have to look at that again. Can we look at that one more time? I feel like Steven was turning in a little early, or Raphael wasn't turning in enough yet. Raphael sitting there, he's gonna have to slow down. He's gonna have to turn for the curb. Oh, he didn't really have a chance to do that part yet. I think that was, it clearly looks like a racing incident. I don't think there's either at fault in that one, but that's got to be gutting for him. Oh, maybe he had damage. They weren't even, wait a minute, they weren't even that far up the racetrack to get to the pit lanes yet, did they? Well, I guess we did a couple replays, so I guess he had time to get there. Now I think about it.
It was turn 1.
I was gonna say that was turn
1.
Well, it's turn 2 technically if you look at the map.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
2 and 3.
Whoa! Look at that! Outbreaks himself through the dirt. Goes Austin Cobb. Oh, that might have been all Jonathan needed. Is that little bit of a buffer for the last 3.5 minutes of this race? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oof. So the only driver that we're missing from the pro class that raced last weekend, I think, is Toby Stoll. He was here last week, but the other 5 drivers, they were all here last week. I was just checking and noticed that it's the same 5 drivers that were here last week, minus Toby Stoll. So these guys are definitely in it to win it. That's for sure. So David Griffin running second in the Pro-Am class to Andre Duna. That's his onboard right there. He's a good guy. He loves to race, and he's got a pretty good attitude about racing too, which I like. Ooh, bumps, bumps, bumps. Oh my gosh, guys. They freak me out every time they do that stuff. It's like, you guys are going to just flip the car over is how I feel it's going to go, you know? Now, he's nowhere near catching anybody, and nobody is going to catch him, so he just has to get around and not make any mistakes for the rest of the race. So come home in that second place finish. Not too bad. So he was running in third. Trinicorn, he's running in third place, right? Okay. Bless you, David. He was probably holding that sneeze in the whole of the lap until he can get on the start-finish straight. Ooh, Jordan Navarro still trying to fight off why can't I think of his name? Wyatt. Oh, not anymore. Wow. Oh, he's pitting. Is he out of fuel? Oh, no. No. Seriously. All right, Jonathan Schwartz, he's going to have one more lap he's going to have to go as they come across the start-finish line.
He did a drive-through.
Oh, but I didn't see... It doesn't show that he had... Well, maybe my stuff isn't showing it all. Did he get a black flag?
Yeah.
From your... Okay.
Seems like.
Oh my goodness. Let me check the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he did.
17.
Like.
70 incident points.
Ugh.
We got many drivers with a lot of incident points this race.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't. They've been
Maybe
adding
because
up.
of track limits.
I would guess it's track limits. Of course, some of them have been involved in some tragic incidents that they are out of their control. Speaking of out of their control, if you're wondering where Patrick Rich is right now, well, he had an equipment failure. His computer monitor. I talked to him yesterday, actually. Yesterday? Yeah. I talked to him yesterday, and his computer monitor got broken. It got hit with something. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. So he doesn't have anything to race on right now, and he's gutted by it. He's like, oh, this is so much fun to do. Oh, look at this! Look at Jonathan Schwartz. Is he giving him the spot? Is Jonathan Schwartz out of gas, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he had to slow down. But yeah, this is going to be the race. So Austin Cobb is going to win. And there he goes across the finish line. Jonathan Schwartz in P2. All right. Okay. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe...
Yeah, I think you can get a slowdown there.
That is crazy. I don't understand that, honestly, but whatever. It is what it is, right? It must have been a slowdown. That's the only thing I can think of that it would be. So the two Austins finish on the podium. TJ's going to get 4th. Anthony Lamar is going to get 5th. Trinicorn's going to come across 3rd in his class. Not too bad. 4th place will end up being Wyatt Roberts by the looks of things. Oh yeah, let me go grab some people. Ew, that sounded all kinds of wrong.
And here's our winner, Jamie Fleming.
Jamie Fleming. All right, so we need to get Austin, and Jonathan in here. So Andre was our winner there, and Jamie and my oh my, what a race that was. For 16 drivers, we still got some pretty good action there towards at the beginning and end of the race.
Really good battle for the lead, and yeah, we'll see what Jonathan says about that slowdown.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear how that one went. What a interesting race though, and the drivers are having a little bit of fun now on their cool down lap. They might as well. It's been a rough one for them, right? Michael Piccinini did not have a great race this time. He was having a lot of fun early on in the race, and something happened with him, and that was that. I have results, folks. We have results. Let's talk about those, shall we? Austin Cobb comes home as the big winner. Jonathan Schwartz in second with something we'll have to ask him about to find out what happened there going into the final corners. Austin Cobb 3 comes in third on track and in his class. Andre Duna, the Pro-Am winner for the race, finishes fourth on track with David Griffin and Trinicorn right behind him. And then Wyatt Roberts, he finishes seventh on the track and fourth in his class. Jamie Fleming finishes eighth on the track, first in his class for the AM class. Jordan Navarro, Rafael Rodriguez round out your 9th and 10th. Then Stephen Woolliescraft, Tim Connolly, Michael Piccinini, Nick Della Rosa, and Anthony Lammer round out your 15 folks. So it looks like Jamie's here with us. Congratulations, Jamie. That was a hard-fought AM battle through the race.
That was good.
I tease you a little bit, and it's not meant to be, in a condescending way. You still were battling around with plenty of these Pro-Am guys. Found yourself in the mix a few times here and there. Tell us a little bit about your race, bud.
I started from the pits just because I wanted to stay out of everybody's way. I'm the only AM in the field, so I didn't want to get in anybody's way, and the idea was just to work through the field and see how we go. So, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Got back up. I think I qualified 9th and I finished 8th, so can't complain.
Yeah, it's a little saddening, right, for me, because I'm like, oh man, like he has nobody out there to race against. There's so many drivers that could be out here racing with you, and they're just not there, and it's like it's mildly unfair, if that makes any sense at all. So
yeah.
hoping to find you some AM drivers. Maybe we'll just throw you into the Pro-Am, and then you can just finish it off there, and you can just carry. No, I'm just kidding. That would be so unfair. You have so many points. You have so many points.
I'll take the points with me.
There you go. Well, let's see. As it stands right now, you have about 140 something points on anybody that could come in. I think if this happens again next week, you won't even have to race the rest of the season because there's nobody to be able to catch you. But we don't want that
next
for
week
you.
will be me drop round, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. You've been here every race, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here every race. Next race will be me drop round, just because it's on the rostered work and just due to the time zones. At 3 o'clock in the morning, it wasn't too bad because I sort of start work at 4 o'clock anyway. But because it's moved an hour back, it starts at 2 o'clock, and I'm like, yeah, it's cutting it a bit fine. I still to go to work and do a 12-hour day. So,
Well, All right. Well, it
I'm
gives you some breathing room to make those kind of decisions. So that's good.
Yeah, spewing because
All
it's
right.
Bathurst too. So
Oh yeah, that
The
sucks.
greatest track in the world.
I,
that's right.
I was gonna say that's kind of your home track out there, man. You're gonna. It's like,
It
oh,
is.
you want to race that one.
You could swap them around if you wanted to, but nah, it's alright.
You think we can? You think we can? I don't know if we can. That's actually
Nah,
my
it's
wife's
alright.
birthday. I don't even know if I'm gonna get to be here. We'll see. I gotta convince her to want to sleep in on her birthday, and then she won't care what I'm doing down here. So anyway, congratulations, bud. Good job.
Nah, thank you.
More points, more points. All right. Well, let's move on. Andre Duna. Oh wait, I didn't let Jamie give his shout outs. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Just a shout out to me son Ryan. So I shouted me daughter out last race. So shout me sonny at Ryan.
Hey, did you say your son Rowan Fleming?
No, Ryan.
Ryan Fleming. Your son
Yep.
Ryan Fleming. Okay.
Yep.
Well, hey Ryan, give your dad a big high five or a hug or both. He's looking good out there, Ryan Fleming. All right. Awesome. I don't remember her name.
Brianna.
Brianna, okay. All right,
Cheers,
to the
guys.
Fleming.
Thanks for everything, and thanks for putting this on. And
Yep.
yeah, cheers.
Cool. Good job. Woohoo.
Cheers,
Yay.
guys.
Okay, Andre Duna decided I'm going to try to finish fourth on the racetrack today and first in the Pro-Am class. Congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Hi everyone. Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
so that was an interesting race. If I feel like you had like kind of just this pace to kind of hang out up there, but you didn't have a lot of folks to race around for a good portion of the race. But tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had the pace. I didn't really practice that much for this one, but I lacked the overall consistency because I was doing a lap with the top guys, then doing a lap 1 second slower, and then I spun, and then I had like 16 incident points, and I had to like go very, very slowly. But I enjoyed it so far, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. How do you feel about Bathurst in this car?
I don't know what to say.
Well,
I think
if that doesn't tell us what you feel.
I think Bathurst is bad even on a bike. Like
It's a tough track, and I feel like this one is going to be a little bit tougher, especially in this car. Going down
yeah,
going down the hill, through the corners, down the hill, through the drop, and through Forest Elbow. I think the braking on this car is going to be something that everyone's going to have to come to terms with pretty fast in order to survive that track. But for this track, Andre, you did great, man. You came home 4th place on the track and 1st place in your class. That's some good points, man.
yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right. Any shout outs before we talk to the heavy hitters? Which
Well,
you are.
as always. Sorry to interrupt. As always, I want to thank my team, VPS, and my friends, my family, and that's all.
All right, awesome. Well, we're looking forward to the next season of racing where we get to interview you for the podium positions in the pro class. So
Yep,
that'll be
I hope
fun.
so. I'll get my iRating a bit up in this license as well.
Oh, you're going there anyway, buddy. I don't even care about what your iRating says anymore.
Okay.
The way that you drive, what we've seen from you, I don't care what you could, Jake. You could drive your iRating to 0. I'm still putting you in the pro class.
Okay, that's comforting. Thanks.
Is it though? Some people are like, no, don't put me up there. No, you'll be good, man. It'll be a lot of fun. Awesome. Well, congratulations, man. Woohoo!
Thanks.
All right. Austin Cobb 3, who finishes third place on the track, third place in the pro class. Congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
For the first part of the race, we couldn't hardly tell the difference between the top three. And then later on, it seemed like those two just had their own little world that they were going to take off into. But man, you held your own there for quite some time. What happened later on that brought you behind them? Was it just the car wearing out for you, or did we miss something that maybe you had a little moment that we didn't see?
Well, yeah, I'd love to explain it. And in my my brilliance, my absolute masterclass of strategy, I realized at about the same time my pace dropped off that I was 3 liters too low on fuel. So,
Oh
yeah, I was hanging with John, and I was trying to push and stay in the draft to see if that would like do it, and it was not. Like I was trying to hang in there, and I felt very comfortable, but yeah, eventually I had to call it and say, okay, I'm either gonna have to start like lifting heavily now, or I'll have to like splash and dash, which wasn't an option. So crushing because I felt quick, and yeah, I was trying to manage that gap to fourth, and also maybe be close enough in the very off chance that they like spin out or hit each other. But they're so strong and such good racers that I pretty much kind of wrote that off. I was like, all right, I just got to kind of hold station and bring it home. So I don't know if you guys saw it on the replay or live, but I sputtered across the line. I just barely made it
my
on
god!
fuel. So it was close. I grossly overestimated my ability to save fuel. Like I thought it would be fine if I lifted into 1, so I tried that, and my requirement to save went from like 3 liters to 2.9, and I said, oh, okay, well,
I got to do that 100 times. Oh, never mind.
yeah. So it ended up being everywhere after a little bit, and what also bummed me out was I was trying to watch the battle for first, and eventually it got too far away to where I couldn't see what was happening. I was just watching the
Oh.
relative, and I was watching the position switch back and forth. So it was fun. It's a bummer because I felt like, I could have been thereabouts if I was able to push the whole time, but that's what happened. I had to save like a bunch of fuel.
Well, I feel like you got a little bit of good luck handed your way when some bad luck got handed TJ's way, because
Yes.
he would have kept you very busy for that third spot on the track if he hadn't had somebody, well, let's just say somebody assisted him in the cleaning up of one of the sand dunes, and it set him back quite a ways, and yeah, but still,
I
you did it. Half of racing is luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys should have heard my sigh of relief when I saw TJ's name go off of my relative. I go, "Oh my God, I don't know what happened, but oh my goodness." I'm like that
I
he
hope
was
TJ
tracking
you're
me
not
down.
listening.
Like I just yeah, no, I knew like he was so fast. I mean, I heard, he was setting fastest laps over and over, and I'm like, man, this is the rock and a hard place. Like I'm having to kind of keep it together. I should have started saving earlier. It would have been easier, yada yada. And then yeah, something happened. I saw him in the pits, and I go, oh my goodness, that is yeah, that like you said, that is incredibly lucky for me. Um, so yeah, I mean, once that happens, it was pretty much just a Sunday drive where I'm just kind of lifting everywhere and just trying to avoid, instant points off tracks, whatever.
Yep, I'm with you there. Well, uh, it's good points for you, man. Let's see what if I have my brain wrapped around this in the right way. I think that is going to put you in like 6th place in the standings.
Nice. Yeah,
So
I had 3 races I couldn't make, so that's nice. That's good to hear.
yeah, so you can still make up some stuff that the 5th place is not far. It's only 29 points away, I think. So yeah, you should be able to make that up if Toby Stoll doesn't show up again or something like that. But nice. Congratulations, man. Good job. Any shout outs?
Yeah, first to Wyatt Roberts, who finished 4th in his class with about 2 seconds of practice. I mean, he basically joined this because I was in our Discord and he joined, and I was like, "You should get in here." And then he did, and he ran a great race. I was listening to his commentary at the end, just because nothing was happening for my race. And then also shout out to Matthew Mai, who couldn't be here today, but he loves this series. He's been racing in it a lot, and he's at Sonoma today, so he's watching tracks in real life, or watching cars in real life. So shout out to both those guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, Sonoma, that's my home track. I lived only about a 30-minute drive from there in my adult years and about an hour from there in my youth. I've spent many, many times at that track. So, and I don't know if you were listening to the broadcast, but I'm actually going to be at Laguna Seca the first weekend in May with my brother
Oh, cool.
out there for an event out there. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations, man. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Jonathan Schwartz. What happened in the last 2 corners that you let Austin through? What was that? Did you get a time penalty or something?
Unfortunately, that was the case. Apparently, going wide by about 6 inches got me a 1-second slowdown, so
Oh,
absolute heartbreaker for my end. Just an incredible race with Austin the whole way, trying to manage tires and fuel as well. I think at the end I had 1 extra liter, so that might have helped if I gave that to Austin behind me. I know he was fuel saving, it sounds like. But yeah, it was definitely seemed like Austin and I were better at different parts of the track. He was just absolutely incredible in the first sector. I had no pace through there. I was just trying to follow him and not lose as much time. But I felt like in the final sector, like the final 2 corners, I generally had pretty good exits and just good rotation overall. So just tried to find my opportunities. It felt like the turn 1 was the best opportunity. Was able to finally get around him on the outside, and I was thinking, man, all I need to do is not let him by. And I defended a bunch of times on the inside into turn 1, and he definitely got alongside plenty of times. Gave me a clean, but definitely pressured me a lot there to make the fight. Definitely made the fight all the way to the checkered flag there. So uh, tried to position myself the best I could and was getting a bit scared near the end since I only had like a few incidents to go. So I think as I went off track there, that was my 16th X. So
ooh,
just disappointing since I feel like I managed best I could and really didn't need to over push the exit there. So uh, yeah, just happy to be able to have the chance to go for the win here. And yeah, it hurts to lose out just from my own mistake, but fun race overall.
yeah. Well, it is what it is, man. That's how it works some days. You got to roll with the punches. And, part of racing we were talking about with the other Austin was part of it's racing, part of it's luck. And sometimes your luck's not quite there and you get that 1 extra off track and it throws a monkey wrench in your entire plans. But man, some masterful racing between the two of you guys about midway through the race. Just on top of each other constantly through the whole thing. It was so much fun to watch. I got to tell you, you guys have no idea how exciting it was on our end. Just especially I think there was about 4 different attempts, but maybe 5 attempts where you were trying to make that overtake happen in the first chicane, turn 2 technically, but kind of like turn 1. And you just couldn't get that outside going into that first left-hander. Austin kept cutting you off on that one, but you finally got it far enough to get that spot back. And then he came at you a couple of times to the same thing. So it was so much fun to watch you guys duke it out. It really was.
Yeah, Imola is definitely one of my favorite tracks to drive. Just a lot of technical management in terms of like not attacking the curbs too hard, because if you get them too much, then you might get to slow it down, or they're just going to upset the car. But you want to make sure you get as close as you can to get good exits. So yeah, huge respect to Austin for being able to race me really hard but really clean. So hope we can
Yep,
continue.
absolutely.
Looking forward to future races with him.
Awesome. Well, any shout outs before we go talk to the big race winner?
Shout out to you guys for the broadcast, Luke Manske Racing, and Fanatec and Sim Magic for providing me with, well, well, they didn't provide me anything. I bought it, but it's been it's been some nice equipment. So shout out to those guys too.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, man. Good luck next week at Bathurst. Do you have any thoughts on that race so far?
I guess main thought is I'll try not to put it in the wall. So if I do that, it should be a good time.
Well, it seems like that is a great outlook on racing, is to not hit things. So I think you're on the right track.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, congratulations, man. Good job. All right, so Austin Cobb. Yeah, boy. That's again you showing your pace. There's a win there, a win last week. And a win your first round with us. So it's almost like you know how to win car races, man.
Sometimes. I mean, to be fair, this was John's race. He just overpushed that last chicane. It's part of the process, kind of building that race maturity. But he had me. He had, even though I out qualified, got pole. I don't know what switch he flipped, but he was crushing it at race pace. I couldn't even. I mean, he was 2.5 seconds back, and he clawed it all back. And I decided to get out of my head and the fact that he was clawing it back and just kind of let it happen and race my own race. Especially, I almost looped it at the chicane one time, just trying to brake too hard. Which was also a place he was kind of crushing me. That really tight chicane at the end of the lap. But yeah, I mean, Imola is probably one of my least favorite tracks, it and Coda. So to come away with a win is pretty huge. I was going to be real happy just getting a second place, having a lot of good fun racing. Again, John was super clean. It's always nice to race with somebody that you can trust, especially in that first chicane, that first little complex. I mean, it's really tight. Those curbs are brutal if you hit them. And we went through it side by side, or almost side by side, multiple times. So again, it's just a whole lot of fun. Had a lot of fun racing, and just got a little lucky pulling out a win there.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also no. I mean, you guys were together the whole race. There's just this is. I don't think it was. Well, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying by it being luck, but if the 1 second slowdown would not have been, you would not have been able to do that if you weren't right on his keister for the whole time anyway, right? So
yeah, there was a big after I had my turn one lockup, and I knew there was only maybe 2 laps left. I had it was imperative for me to close that gap back up and put the pressure back on. So that was kind of my fun for the last 2 laps was like. I'm not going to be able to mount an actual attack at this point, but I need to get close enough to put pressure on because I saw a lot of instances when we were together where I thought he was picking up incident points, and turns out he was only 1 point away from getting a drive-through. So part of my plan wasn't necessarily trying to force a pass when I was behind him. It was just forcing errors and trying to see if I could get him to hit a drive-through. But, slowdown's pretty similar.
Oh yeah, I get you on that. I can see what you're saying there. Well, man, I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun since we've seen you arrive here at the event, and Jonathan Schwartz, it was used to when he raced with us the last time, where he was just winning all the races because there was nobody to keep him humble, and now he's got several drivers that come and participate, and I'm sure he's enjoying every minute of it, knowing that now he has to really put it to him. I am certain that the two of you guys were sweating by the end of this race because the amount of steering inputs that I've seen you guys doing, keeping this car on the edge, I couldn't imagine you not being just hot and sweaty when this was all over.
Oh, dude, I've got my AC cranked, and I was definitely sweating.
I imagine Jonathan was too. Well, congratulations, man. That was a great job. You got another win. You're still a little bit of ways from being in the championship. That puts you in fourth now after this win. Moves you up to
All
fourth place.
right.
Jonathan still has about 96 points on you.
Yeah, looks like I think I missed too many rounds up front. So
Well, you never know what happens. You never know. We've seen
never know.
people come back from these things. So just hang tight and keep showing up and winning races. And
Hey,
it'll definitely improve your odds.
yeah. Hey, next
Awesome.
week's the track I've been waiting for the whole time. Bathurst is my jam. I love it. Can't wait.
All right. Well,
So
cool.
I think Jonathan and I are in opposite boats. I think he said he loves Imola, and I can't. I was just worried about surviving an entire hour at Imola. I mean, Bathurst, there's always the threat. Bathurst can bite real fast, but man, I love that track.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one.
But yeah, looking forward to it. Yet again, another fun race. Can't wait for the next one.
Awesome. Cool.
And shout
Congratulations
out to
again.
TJ for that fast lap. I heard TJ hitting fast lap over and over again. What a guy.
Yep, that's what he got. I was just actually looking at that just to make sure I had it sorted out, and I'm like, yeah, he
Yep.
sure did. A 144.147.
Yep.
Like, what?
Cruising, dude. So
Well, when you have to pit for damage and you just get the minimum fuel and a brand new set of tires, it's going to be a little easier than you guys that rode it out all the way to the end of the race. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to buy him a beer. But yeah, shout out to him, and shout out to you guys again, and Luke Manske for putting this on. It's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Good job.
Yep.
Whew, guys, what a race, right, Pix?
Yep, loved it.
Yep. Hey, Till, I know you were watching the race, checking for like some highlight reels, stuff. But for a race with only 16 drivers or 15 drivers, I say only, that's still a decent amount of cars, but with only 15 drivers, we had a lot of good stuff going on out there, didn't we?
Yep. Nice race,
Yeah.
nice track, nice car, nice drivers, nice commentator, nice production.
So what you're saying is it was nice. Is that what I'm hearing?
But
oh my gosh.
next time we got the best track, so it will be even nicer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bathurst is gonna be insane, man. And you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have 30 cars show up for that one instead of 15, and then it's just gonna be the first opening
Chaos.
laps are gonna be chaos. Oh my gosh, it'll be terrible. It'll be fun, but it'll be terrible. I don't know if that even makes sense how I'm saying that, but any case, oh my goodness. Well, that was a lot of fun, and hey, shout out to all of you who've been following along on our races. Your watching of our races and subscribing to our channel is all super helpful stuff. So we appreciate that. Hopefully, we'll see all of you back here for Bathurst next weekend for round 7. It's the last round that anyone can drop. Or actually, was this the last round anyone can drop? I don't think you were allowed to drop the last 3 rounds. I have to check the rule book. Funny, I wrote the rule book. You'd think I'd know the answer off the top of my head, but we have like all these different events we're planning and finishing, and so it's hard to sometimes remember. But once I think this race, now that it's over, I think I can calculate the drop rounds and put out the official class championship point schedule when we release them. I'll let you guys know. But be back here anyway, because Bathurst, man, the mountain, it's time. It's going to be the hardest race of the season for these drivers. I think Spa's not going to be. It's not going to be a cakewalk either, or Interlagos, but Bathurst just has so many things you can run into, and not just cars, but like there's walls everywhere, right? So. Well, it'll be interesting to see how they work. So be here for that, folks. Make sure you hit the little bell and subscribe so that you can know when we're going to be going live again. Also, go check out the folks at Origin Micro. I'm telling you folks, on a professional level, I work with them every week now, and I've not had an experience with a vendor that's been this easy to work with in the 30 years that I've been doing this job, my job. As an IT specialist and network engineer, I rely on vendors that provide, they provide product. I mean, anyone can sell me product, but these guys have the support and they have the small business mindset with big business discounts, if that makes any sense. And I'm not just throwing that out there as some tagline they asked me to say. Like, that's me. Like, that's how I really enjoy working with them. So if you're in the IT industry, man, let me know. I'll introduce you. That's fine. Just let me know. But go check them out. You can get everything from these guys, and they have great deals. So check them out, originmicro.com, or send them an email and just tell them GT Champion sent you. Or reach out to me. I'll help you out. And of course, the Luke Manske Racing and Performance Porsche Cup would not be the Luke Manske Racing and Performance Porsche Cup unless he was sponsoring it. So we appreciate that whole relationship that we've been building together. And from the sounds of our conversations, this is not the first and last time that we'll be working together, folks. So there will be more stuff happening with Luke Manske and GT Champions, putting on events for you guys. So go show them some love by hitting up their website or their socials, and go check out what they do. Go see what they can do for you. All right. Well, I think that's it from us. Till, that was awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. And as we heard, he enjoyed the race. So if you're just picking us up at the end, just hit rewind, go back, watch the whole thing. There was a lot of good stuff. Picks, tell me, bud. For only 15 cars, this race was pretty good, right?
Yeah, beautiful weather and a great couple battles in there. Sad to see the bad luck strike again, and especially with Tim. Also, Stephen Woolscroft and Rafael Rodriguez were having a really good battle. Anthony Lamer was doing okay before he got also bit unlucky. So yeah, good race overall, and hope to see everyone back for next round. And stay tuned to our socials because we're gonna have a couple of cool announcements. Another sponsor which will also help with a little gift that we want to make for the remainder of this series, and they are supporting with another series in GT7, which you already mentioned. We'll be announcing on the 1st of April, so stay tuned.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, folks. So make sure you come pay attention to our socials. That's where we do a lot of stuff. We also have our Discord. And hey, if you're not even a racer, but you just want to kind of get a feel for how it all works behind the scenes, feel free to join our Discord. You can talk with the drivers, you can talk with us, you can see what the drivers are talking about as they're preparing for their races. It's a lot of fun. Discord doesn't have to be just the stuff that we use. Come in and enjoy watching the drivers chat. Sometimes their chats are a little high energy and a little bit sometimes upsetting, right? As they share their feelings about a certain situation, right? So you could get some behind the scenes looks at what's going on with the driver stable behind the scenes. It's a lot of fun. So feel free to come join us. You can visit us at discord.gtchampions.com. You can join up there. But remember, like, subscribe, and most importantly, share this out so all of your friends, your family, other people you know that like racing can come out and check us out. So thanks for hanging out with us. That's me, Chris, taking care of you guys here. We look forward, according to Fry, he said he will be back starting next weekend. So we'll get him back there. Picks, as always, thank you for the camera work and all the pretty stuff that you make happen and finding all the battles and making it all look good. Eton, for giving us the support we need to make this project work. And of course, Till, our chief marshal, making sure everyone's being safe out there and keeping track of some some of the fun stuff happening on track. So thanks everybody for coming and watching, and we'll catch you all next time around.
Bye.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.